Hey everyone, I'm so excited you guys could come back and listen to chapter 2 of our story. So just to remind you, our story is called Judy, Moody, Tooth Fairy by Megan McDonald. So in our first chapter, we learned that Judy's friends overheard from a 5th grader that the Tooth Fairy, they say, isn't real. So Judy has come up with a plan to test that idea, but she needs a loose tooth. So our second chapter, when I go back to my table of contents, I see chapter 1 was Uthi Uthte Erife. Chapter 1 is on page 1. So this one, if I was just opening my book brand new and I needed to find chapter 2, I'd open to my table of contents. I know I stopped at chapter 2. So chapter 2, open wide and say stink 15. So I would have to find page, there's page 5. I don't need to keep going. 11, I need to keep going. 13, 15. And here's chapter 2. So that's where the table of contents really helps, especially if we're reading chapter books and we know we did chapter 1, we did chapter 2, and next we go to chapter 3, I can just look at the page. So let's go ahead and get started in our reading and figure out what this means by open wide and say stink. Did you guys make your predictions of what you think might happen? Or what that might mean? Well, let's find out if you're right. Judy wiggled her front tooth. Nothing. She wiggled her bottom tooth. Zip. She wiggled all the baby teeth she had left. Zilch. Not one wiggle. Her teeth were stuck like glue. Bingo. Judy knew somebody who always had a loose tooth, and that somebody just happened to be her little brother Stink. Oh, so is the title making sense now? Open wide, say stink. Open wide and say, "Ah, stink," said Dr. Judy. "Ah." Judy shined her flashlight in Stink's mouth. "You have a loose tooth, all right." "It's been driving me crazy," said Stink. "Yep, it's time to get that bad boy out of there." Stink snapped his mouth shut. "No way are you pulling my teeth out. Too scary." Have you ever had to try to pull a tooth out? I remember my dad jokingly said, "Let's tie some string to it and tie it to a doorknob and shut the door." And that was one way that some people try to get their tooth out. I never did it. I was too scared to do it. I would just wiggle my tooth and wiggle it until it would fall out. "But it's a baby tooth, Stink. Only babies have baby teeth." "I'm not a baby," said Stink. "That's my shark tooth, see? My new tooth is growing in behind it. So I have 2 rows of teeth, just like a shark." He made a shark face and clacked his teeth open and shut. "See, Judy Moody." Oh, let me try again. Judy Moody, had an idea. Much better, that makes sense. "A throw your tooth on the roof, great idea." "How about a snack, Stink?" Judy asked. They ran down to the kitchen. Apple, dill pickle, granola bar. Judy got out all the crunchy food she could find. Half an apple, 2 bites of pickle, and 1 granola bar later, Stink's tooth held on tight. So those food didn't help him with her, because he's not trying, she's trying. Now she's trying to trick him. "I know, let's make snow cones." Judy got out her snow cone maker and added ice. Presto! In no time, Stink was chopping on a nice icy snow cone. Not even a nice icy snow cone did, but even a nice icy snow cone did not do the trick. Ooh, my eyes are reading too fast today. I gotta slow down. I'm messing up my words. See, Mrs. Cook sometimes even has to slow down as she reads because I'm messing up my words and that doesn't make sense as I read. Maybe a sneeze would work. Judy sprinkled some pepper in her hand and blew it at Stink. Achoo! Stink sneezed, louder than a hippo, but his tooth held on tight. Maybe if Stink brushed his teeth. Your breath smells like a vampire bat. Judy held out Stink's shark toothbrush. Stink brushed his teeth. How about now? She asked. Vampire breathing on Judy. Still batty, said Judy. Stink brushed his teeth a total of 3 times, but his tooth held on tight. That tooth doesn't want to go anywhere. After that, Judy tried to make Stink laugh. Maybe if he laughed hard enough, his tooth would fall out. Stink, why did the vampire brush his teeth 3 times? Because he had a loose tooth? No, to prevent bat breath. Did you know that 100 vampire bats can drink the blood of 25 cows in 1 year? You're supposed to laugh, Stink. Oh, hardy har har. What time should you go to the dentist? Stink touched his loose tooth. I have to go to the dentist? It's a joke, Stink. Oh, I don't know. What time? 2:30. 2:30? 2:30, I think I get it. He let out a laugh, but his tooth held on tight. So it's just not working for Judy. She, Judy Moody, would just have to scare that loose tooth right out of him. Judy hid behind the fridge. As soon as Stink walked by, she popped out and, boo! Ah! Yelled Stink. Let's see if I scare the loose tooth out of you, said Judy. But scary Stink just gave him the hiccups. Hoop! Stink said, showing off his loose tooth. Rats and double rats. That loose tooth sure has a hanger on her. Judy had to think of a way to convince Stink to loose that tooth. Cha-ching! All of a sudden, she knew just what to do. Hey, Stink, you know how you want a lottery ticket? If I can save $5, I can get Dad to buy me a scratch ticket with money bags on it. You scratch the money bags to find out how much moolah you win. Think about it, Stink. If you lose your tooth, you can put it under your pillow and the tooth fairy will bring you lost money. Stink's face lit up. But the going rate for the tooth fairy is only $3.70. That's not enough. You'll be $3.70 richer than you are now. That's a lot closer to $5 than no dollars. When I look at this picture, it makes me think of a story we read. Can you think of the story I'm thinking of that we've read before with all the mattresses? It looks like in between those mattresses, there's money maybe. But I can think of a story where they had a bunch of mattresses and there was a pea underneath. Do you remember what it was called? The Princess and the Pea. So we read a story about the Princess and the Pea and how they could feel the pea underneath, and that's how they knew she was a princess. So that was a text-to-text connection with our story. I'm in, said Stink, but I'm still not letting you pull my tooth. How about the old string on the doorknob trick? You tie one end of the string around your tooth and the other end around the doorknob, then slam-o. No way, said Stink. Wait just a dill pickle minute. Judy had an even better idea. Before you could say remote-controlled supersonic speedboat racer, Judy filled the bathtub with water. She tied one end of a piece of dental floss to Stink's tooth and the other end to his bathtub boat toy. Ready, Freddie? Judy asked. Ready as I'll ever be, said Stink. Motorboat, motorboat, go so fast. Motorboat, motorboat, step on the gas. Judy turned the dial. The boat sailed around and around the bathtub. Judy revved up the engine. The boat zoomed faster and faster until... Yoink! Out popped Stink's tooth. Stink's eyes bugged out. He stuck his tongue in the hole where his tooth had been. He grinned ear to ear. Judy held up Stink's tooth. What did the loose tooth say to the second grader? I don't know. What? Nothing. They had a falling out. Judy and Stink laughed their heads off. So there they are. Instead of the tooth to the doorknob, they're doing it to his toy boat. So I can make a text-to-self connection because I remember my dad joking to do that. Alright, so now we're on Chapter 3. We will do this another day. But Chapter 3's title says Operation Tooth Fairy. So now that they have the tooth, I can make a prediction about this. So in the last chapters, we remember learning about how the 5th graders thought that the tooth fairy is not real. So Judy came up with a plan, but she needed a loose tooth. And then in Chapter 2, she had to come up with a plan of how to get Stink to lose his tooth so that she could try to test out her plan. So I could maybe guess or predict that maybe this is Judy's time to now test the plan that she had in her mind about how to catch the tooth fairy. Alright. Or it could be about something different. Maybe you think it's going to be about something different. wonder what it could be. All right, boys and girls, so hopefully you can turn in tomorrow and we can do another story time and we will finish this book tomorrow. All right, bye, boys and girls. I'll see you later.